feeling it? We gonna build this or what? Let's go! The Codfather build. Hey, what's up, Kevin? How's it going? What's going on? Might have to lower my mic because I'm actually yelling a little bit too much. So my chat is kind of weird. I am trying to implement the kick stream, but just fair warning, I do not have the kick stream up right now. Let me go fix that. Good, man. How you doing? Can't sub? Not on Kick, no. Currently, the only place we can sub here on the channel is the Twitch. Sorry if I don't talk much. I'm driving home from work. Oh, no worries, Scotty. No worries, man. Hey, Mern. Welcome. At my nephew's party, but I'll be checking in. Can't wait to see this beast. Oh, thank you. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So, just for everybody's awareness, as you're coming in here, you'll see a $1 build stream and a bar. All the subscriptions that we get, basically, any revenue that comes from this channel goes to the $1 PC giveaway. So really quick, just wanted to say, if you are subbing to the channel, it is going towards the $1 PC sale, which is basically giving away a PC. So, that is why that is there, and just for awareness, all of the revenue goes towards that. You know, yo, how have you been? Oh, hey, Thomas, how's it going, man? Thanks for stopping in. I've been doing all right. We got all sorts of... All right, guys. So, this is an excellent build. I don't know if you've noticed. You can see some of the parts we have laid out here. Definitely going to enjoy this build. So... Yunuziy, I have to say it right, specifically wanted this card in his build. He went all out on everything except for this video card. So I just wanted to call this out. This was a special request by Kev to put this in his computer. This card here is a very good performer. It's actually used because we couldn't even get it new anymore. Yo, chill. I actually have to read it because I don't even remember what it is. It's an RX, it's an RX 560 with a total of 4 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. Let me see her. This bad boy right here. It's the Asus Strix model too. It's what you wanted, right? Okay, it's got HDMI, DisplayPort, and DVI ports on it. Damn, she's thick. I mean, look at the cooling pipes on this bad boy. Look at those. Those fans. Gonna dissipate a lot of good heat there. So, we got an RX 560 for Kevin's build today. Oh, shut up, Scotty. You're ruining it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The hell with this crap. Actually, I'd throw it, but it might damage the floor. Oh. There it is. Don't worry, it takes up the I can't even fit all your parts in the camera, in the frame. They're all just too big. That's the real graphics card. Sorry, it was April Fool's Day, and I had to try something. All right, guys. So for real, maybe this time. For real, maybe. For real this time, though. All right, so we are going to switch this bad boy to top down because it's probably going to be easier to show you the parts that way. We're going to go to a top down view. Not down my shirt. We're just going to be looking at the table here. All right, so we're going to start with the CPU. Today we are building with an Intel Core i9. This is all requested. Basically, Kevin told me what he wanted in his build, and I just went out and sourced the parts at this point. So Kevin basically built this PC, minus me kind of guiding him a little bit. So this is our Intel i9. This is a 13900K, so it's completely unlocked. It's got way too many cores, 24 cores to be exact, as well as your 32 threads with a maximum boost turbo speed of 5.8 gigahertz. So this thing is a beast, and he should never have a CPU problem in his future. The only thing you can do better with this thing is you can take the top off, which is called delidding, and try to clean that up a little bit, the paste underneath the lid, which is just liquid metal, I think they're using, so, or what you would put in there. But I don't usually recommend doing that unless you know what you're doing, because you can damage your CPU very easily. So be careful and make sure you know what you're doing. There's also tools that will help you do that if you ever wanted to do that. The motherboard, let me move some of this crap out of my way. Hopefully that doesn't fall over. The motherboard we're going to be using is an ROG Strix Z790E. This is got the Wi-Fi on it as well, so it's the gaming Wi-Fi edition. This is a beast of a motherboard. Has way too many features on it that I think he'll probably never even use. But it is a flashy ROG Strix board, and it will deliver performance. So the VRMs on this board is something that you will want to use, especially with that i9. So definitely a good call on the board, and a great overall board in general, especially for the i9 that's going to be sucking up a lot of power. To cool this bad boy, we looked at quite a few different coolers, and we ended up going with the same cooler we did with Mern's build, actually. So it's the same exact cooler. It's the EK Nucleus AIO. It's a CR360 Lux, and it's a DRGB. So it's got the RGB fans, got the RGB ring on it, and it is by EK. So they don't only just do open loop parts, they also have AIO coolers, and a lot of people don't know that. And they're really good. Yo, Black! What's up? I'm so jealous. You wouldn't be when you saw the price. Damn, she's thick. April Fools. So if you missed it, I did pull an April Fool's joke. I was saying that we were going to be building, instead of with the other card, this RX 560 today. So tell the truth, Kevin. Were you actually worried that we were going to be building with the RX 560 today? And don't lie. Tell the truth. Prize in poor. I'm still rocking an RTX 3070 Ti, so the 40 series has been out for a while, and I'm still only running the 3070 Ti's. And I'm a PC builder. I just haven't had. I just don't play a lot of games, so haven't had a lot of time to like focus on the build. It's really only here to stream the streams now at this point. So it's a workhorse. All right, so we got through the cooler, the CPU, the motherboard. We didn't talk about the RAM. I already have that over here. So the RAM we're going to be building today is the G-Skill Trident Z5. So this is DDR5 RAM, and this is a did we go with 32? Yep, 32 gigabytes of RAM at 6,000 megahertz, and it is the again the Trident Z5. So it's got the addressable RGB. It is not the silver because they show two different versions here, but it's actually the black, which is kind of shown behind all the stickers there. And this is Intel XMP ready, so it's Intel XMP 3.0 ready. So it'll go great with the motherboard. What else do we want to run through here? Storage. Cover the storage. We went with a 2 terabyte. So, yep. So originally, Kev, I could not, in my good faith, put 1 terabyte, though that's what we originally ordered in your system. So I did upgrade you to a 2 terabyte because I can't do a 1 terabyte in this system. It's just, it hurts my soul. So I ended up taking you to a 2 terabyte with the 980 Pro, which is a 4.0 PCI 4 storage. So 7,000 megabits read write, or read. I think write is actually like 6,800, but it's Samsung 980 Pro. Great stuff. Very fast. So your load times on your stream should be a lot quicker, or at least even more quick. Let's go, man. All right, and then let's cover the power supply real quick. So to power this entire beast, we ended up going with a Seasonic Prime, 1300 watt, and this is the GX 1300. So it's 1300 watts, it's 80 plus gold. It's a great power supply. It is fully modular. Comes with a 12-year warranty, if you didn't see that. And it's shiny. So, awesome. Solid power supply for the build. It's going to keep it going for many, many years without any power supply issues whatsoever. And that's why I try to kind of lean on well-known, high-quality brand power supplies. I'll have to sell a kidney and be divorced if I got anything close to this beast. We don't want you to do any of that. But if you stick around on the channel, we do $1 PC giveaways. So hang out. And the community kind of decides how fast those are, because all the revenue from the stream goes straight to that $1 PC. I don't take any profit from any of these streams. It all goes back to the community. Let's see here. Is he building 2, Kev? I mean, what are we talking about? I don't know. He's only building 1 PC. We're only building 1. Is that the question, Darkside? And welcome to the stream, sir. Big Daddy! Oh gosh. Got a Big Daddy following me. 2 for me also. Oh. I'm based in the UK. Black, I'm sorry. That's one of the things that's very difficult, is shipping a PC anywhere across the border. And the taxes alone is like half the PC. It's kind of stupid expensive. And then the shipping itself, you're pretty much buying 2 PCs at that point, between the taxes and the shipping. But there are a lot of good builders over there in the UK. I'm in quite a few build groups, and I talk to them all the time. So anyway, getting back to the build. 1 okay, I guess. I got drunk before the stream. It's ridiculous. Oh, okay, got it. Kevin got the shipping. Nice. All right, so to give it some flair, we're going to go with some Streamer Plus V2 by Leon Lee. So these are those RGB cables that we always see in a lot of the higher end builds. And the only time I ever tell people to buy these Streamer Pluses is if you've already maxed out the rest of the components, because why put money into something flashy when you could put that money towards your core performance? And I mean, at this point, Kevin, you've already maximized your graphics card and your CPU. There's really nothing else to do. So he's like, let's do the Streamer Pluses. And that's why this is here in this build. So we're going with flashy. And then the fans for the case. But I do actually want to talk about this case really quick. So this case is the Height Y60, and Height is actually owned by iBuyPower, but Height operates as his own company. So iBuyPower has literally no say other than just taking a check, I think. But they're doing it right, at least for the Y60. I wasn't a big fan of the Y40, and there's actually quite a few reviews out there already for the Y40. But the Y40 is actually pretty bad for airflow. The Y60, however, is excellent for airflow. But don't confuse the two. And if you are looking at either of these cases, go with the Y60 over the Y40. It is well worth the extra, I think, $50. Because this is about a $200 case, I think, in that range. But it is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. One of the stunning features on this case is this angled corner on the front. Right now I have it laying down on its back. You see the front right here, and the side right here. So that is one of the key features. There's also some upgraded parts you can buy for it. So there's actually a screen that they manufacture for that angled piece of glass that you could slap in there, and it just makes it look even more badass. So awesome case. It's got a lot of good features in here. Also includes the vertical mount for the graphics card. We will vertically mount the graphics card for the build in the build stream and for the setup of the PC, but when we go to ship this, just for your awareness, Kevin, is we will take the graphics card probably out, package it separately so it doesn't get damaged bouncing around in there. So it doesn't damage the PCIe cable, or it doesn't damage the card, or the card doesn't come loose and then act like a bowling ball in a glass chamber. So that's the case. We also have 2 packs of Lian Li Unifan AL120s that we're going to be using. Ideally, I'm going to be using these fans on the sides, and I believe I was also going to try to do 3 here. Or you know what? No, I'm sorry. So I'm doing 2 here on the side, 1 on the rear, and then we're doing 2 on the bottom for sure. The 3 on the top we're going to be using with the cooler, so I wasn't sure if there was enough clearance to have 2 push-pull in here, and I don't think there was, if I did my math correctly. So at this point, we're just going to be using the Lian Li fans for the case fans itself. And then we will have 1 extra fan in the pack at the end. Might even just throw it in there so he has a spare, in case one of the fan bearings go out, which is possible and does happen. Next up, I do have a PCIe cable, which is going to replace that stock cable, and this is by Easy or SD or Easy DIY. And then I do have an LGA plate or contact plate replacement that replaces the stock plates, and then I do have some blue extension cables. We won't be using these for anything except for the CPU. We could have just used the stock cables, but I just wanted to give it a little extra flair on the inside. So these are really fancy, nice blue cables that we're going to be using just for the CPU EPS connection, which 2 are in this pack, so that's good. Somebody was doing their math when they ordered these. I don't know where to put these things. Let's shove them here, I guess. All right, so we're going to move the case, and then we're going to get started. How long does this build usually take to complete? If, of course, all parts are on hand. If usually something like this is going to be about 3 to 4 hours, I think, roughly. Every time I do a build stream, that's me adding more time. So I could probably get through this build in like 2 hours if I'm not sitting here interacting with the chat. But if I'm just pounding through it, it's probably 2 hours it's done or less. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to start with is unpacking the motherboard, getting the CPU mounted with our new stock or contact plate replacement, and then we'll get our RAM and our SSD installed as well. I do need some of my tools out here, though. I also have a new thermal paste for you. I actually ran out. That showed up yesterday. You know, the moment you realize you actually don't have any thermal paste here is quite crazy, because usually I have like 8 tubes. Then you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have any thermal paste. I have thermal paste, but not the nice stuff. I like the nice stuff. That's all the tools we're gonna need. Go ahead and get this unboxed. Who's excited to see this thing come together? So unboxing these things are always like a puzzle. If you ever unbox a Gamer Republic ROG board, it's like a puzzle. You got one layer, which is the motherboard, and then usually there's another layer with another layer and another layer. So multi-layers. There's a lot of cool, fancy gizmos in here. These are all going to be sent over to you, Kevin, as well. So don't worry, I'm not going to keep them. I don't want them. I have too many as it is. But all that stuff is going to be packaged up for you with the build and sent over. So it's going to be like you built it with all the stuff, but I actually built it. Get this big red dildo out of my face. Lots of peels on this board. I want to see the final build. It'll be about 3 hours. And I'll post pictures on the Twitter as well, so follow the Twitter. If you follow the Twitter, you'll see pictures, or if you follow Kev, I'm sure he'll retweet them. Now we just got to go through and peel all these peels off. These are protectors to keep dust and scratches from happening to any of these sensitive fancy components. But it is very important to always remove these, because these parts get hot and plastic melts. Always take the time to go through and remove all the peels. It does produce a funny smell if it melts. Not a very likable smell. There's your motherboard. Alright, so we're going to remove this bad boy. And replace it with that bad boy. Right? I think so. Also, opening one of these things is pretty cool. I'm going to open this up because I'm going to slap the CPU in there. Just to keep it from, just to protect the pins while I'm building, or while I'm taking it apart. Sure that works. So the pins are on the motherboard. You always want to be careful when you're dropping that in, not to damage the pins. Very gentle process. Now what I'm going to do, since I have the CPU covering the pins, I can't drop something on the pins and damage them by mistake. So that's why I put the CPU in there first. And I'm going to remove the stock brackets here. The reason why I'm doing this, and Gamers Nexus actually has a really good video out regarding this. But the reason why I'm doing this is because this does not apply good enough pressure or even balanced pressure across the CPU, and therefore your CPU actually buckles a little bit under the pressure. and the cooling surface is actually elevated slightly in certain areas of the CPU. So what this plate or contact plate does is it levels it out and makes it even so that the top of your cooler goes on evenly across the CPU. And the better the contact, the better the cooling. It actually makes a pretty significant difference for just a small $12 or $15 part, depending on where you got it from. This is all it is, just a square piece of metal. Put this up on the TV, Kevin. Make the whole family watch as your new child is born. The Gamers Nexus goes through this actually very well. I'm in and out. Plans got messed up with my fam, so they're here as well. Nice. Well, welcome to the stream, Kev's fan. Hey, yo, quack, what's up? My peels! The best part. Oh, there's going to be more peels, don't worry. There's going to be graphics card peels, there's going to be case peels, there's going to be... I don't know, what else? There's tons of peels. By the way, you could call me John. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat as we're running through this. Oh gosh. I'm trying to be gentle, but at the same time, not. Trying to build with authority. All right. So this will be in your box as well, so in case you ever need it, Kev, it'll be there. Fashionably late. A wizard is never late, my friend. He arrives precisely when he means to. All right, on to the RAM. We're going to ram this thing. Let's go! Ben, can you use 2 to 3 tubes of thermal paste just to be safe? Yes. I don't know. I mean, these are much bigger than your standard tube. Just... Sure. Hold on. Hold that thought. These are like dead tubes, though. But not this one. This one's fresh. I mean, there's a lot of thermal paste here. That's my hand to give you a perspective of how big these tubes are. They're all big tubes. Let's do it. 3 tubes. Kev approves that, right? Kev, you approve of 3 tubes on your CPU, right? 3 tubes of thermal paste. I mean, it'll be like gushing out, bleeding everywhere. You're okay with that, right? Whole tube. Only 1 tube? Is it whole tube of 3 or 1 tube of 1? 1 whole tube. Very important. Let's go! Hey, Beast. Robert. Thank you for joining us. And also following. Oh, let's go with 3 just to be safe, right? So I'm going to place the, just for your awareness, Kev, I'm going to place the SSD up here on the top. I know PCIe 5.0 is a thing, but I don't see ever the need of going to PCIe 5.0 any day soon. I'm going to place this thing up here. Since it has probably the best cooler as well, passive cooler. And it's easier to access. If you honestly need more storage, there's quite a few more slots down below. Would help if I was actually screwing it into the hull. Come on, thread. Thread for me! So on some of the earlier generation boards, I'd say, they never used to put these holes on here. And these are just little key things I like to point out in some of the newer boards. But sometimes on some of the older generation boards, you had to actually remove these heat sinks to put that screw in to mount the board to the case, which was a pain in the ass. Also, this cool quick release function, this button, look at what it's doing to that PCIe slot. So gone are the days of trying to wedge your fingers down there to undo your graphics card, or a flathead screwdriver to make it slip and then you jab a hole through your motherboard. Gone are those days. Cool features on these new boards. I mean, they should be, because they're like $500. By the way, Gamers Nexus did a really good video about ranting on the price of these motherboards, which is excellent, because I think the boards are getting a little bit out of hand. The price of these boards are a little crazy. I'm gonna set that there, and I guess it's time to go get the case, right? Case time. It's case time. Here you go. Let's see if I even know how to open this thing. Like a Chinese puzzle. Just making sure I put the glass in a safe place. I don't think that actually comes off. I'm gonna just leave that. I think the front panel comes off, but not that glass. I don't know. I'd have to look at the instructions. It's my first time actually building in one of these. My first person I convinced to build in one. Who else wants the Leon Lee stuff? The Kev's over here being like, I want to be different. Which I'm cool with. Alright. So you can see there's plenty of storage space back here for storage, for power supplies, for cable management. It's just super cool. One thing I am very curious about is how to get the fans out of the bottom. Never mind, I found them. It's actually really cool. Really nifty idea. So this bottom panel just lifts off with these 2 tabs here. So you just push these 2 tabs in and it lifts right off. And then you have direct access to your fans. Cool! Although, we're removing these. Because we're going to be putting in some addressable RGB fans. Yeah. We're putting Leon Lee fans in here. Is that GPU even going to fit in that case? It's actually a really good question. I didn't really do the math. Guess we'll find out. Glass off. I mean, these fans are cool, but they're a little boring. Yeah, there's screws here to actually remove that front glass panel, but I don't think I'm going to need to remove that. The only reason I might need to remove it is to actually put the graphics card in, because I might have to go through the front door, because it's too big to go through the side door. I don't believe a word you are saying, Ben. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Just need to cut a few corners. Yeah, it'll be fine. Kind of like a Dell Optiplex budget build. Go buy one of those mini Dells and then just cut the side panel out, put a graphics card in it, and you're good. I actually thought about writing like Yunuziy on one of the Dell Optiplexes and throwing it on here and calling it Kev's build as the April Fool's joke, but instead I just went with the RTX 560 4GB. That card is dead, by the way. It is DOA. Dead. I think we used it for a benchmark test at some point to see how much we can get the RX 560 to go. How far? In 2022. And we kind of cooked the crap out of it. So, and then it just started artifacting and then went black. And then we haven't heard from it since. Been dead. I'm gonna actually save that foam block because I'm gonna ship it with. Make sure that doesn't bounce around. I'll have to cut it because the motherboard will be underneath it, but it'll at least be protected. Or I might even take this riser cable completely out of the picture so that it's not bouncing around, right? Excessively large screwdriver for this process. I'm just overcompensating for something. Case is sweet. Yeah, dude. This case is the Height Y60. It is a badass case. Loose now, right? Oh, wow. You really don't want this cable going anywhere. I might actually just leave this in here at this point, because it's going to be more work to remove it than I thought. So, screw that. But I thought I'd take it out so you guys could see it better while I'm working in there, but now you're just going to have to deal with it. Too much work. Gonna have to work with it. All right. The other thing I want to do before I put this motherboard in here, I'm gonna slide this over, put the motherboard back right here, and we're gonna get the mounting kit for the cooler on here, so I don't have to take the hard drive bay out to access the back of the board. Another tip trick: do it before you put the board in there. That is a smart thing to do, yeah? So, time to open this cooler. By the way, the packaging from EK is disgusting. Good. In a good way. So, see if I even remember how to open this thing. I don't get to build with many of these coolers because they're so expensive. It's like a almost $200 cooler, or is currently a $200 cooler because of the availability, depending on where you can get it. But it is really well worth it. But I'm just saying, like, get a nice welcome brochure packet thing. You open it up, it opens up very nicely. It's very well thought out. And then just look at this packaging. I just got to show you. Look at how nice and neat. Hey, camera, stop. Look at how nice and neat this packaging is. It is just smooth, clean. And then the box with all the hardware is, by the way, a drawer. Don't forget this side up. It's actually a drawer with more clean packaging. Look at that. So if you're ever going to build it with an AIO and you want something that's organized out of the box, this is your guy. And it's also, by the way, a badass cooler. Super clean. Just well thought out. Whoever engineered it did a really good job. I think they did one of the best jobs ever. That goes for most of all of EK's packaging. Unless it's a radiator. Like this is straight up radiator. They like to bubble wrap those and send them. I'm just going to get it all out of the box here since we're already at this point. And our main focus here is to move this out of my way now. And get this motherboard over here so we can put the mounting brackets on here. Yo, yo! Street Beast, what's up, man? Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. And thanks for joining us as we sit here and watch Kev drool over his new PC being built. Hey, gonna be a beast! What's up, Kev? Gorilla, thanks for stopping in, sir. Same with you, Jared. Now, one thing I will call out is that they have slightly complex setup here, so I just want to confirm I have the right hardware for the right socket, which is LGA 1700. It all kind of looks the same. Yes, my dear. Hello. And how are you? Come over here to say hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. That way you say hi. Say hi. She's just here. Yeah, I was saying hi. That's the little miss. She's my biggest fan. Yes. All right. LGA 1700. There's two versions of these back plates. There's a 1700 and a 1200. We want to make sure we have the 1700 back plate, not the 1200. And I believe this one is our 1700 back plate. Maybe. Alright, I guess we'll just have to put the studs on there and call it a day. All them studs at. What's the edition that's limited edition? The stream. Limited. I'm only building one for you, for Kevin. Yunuziy. Glad you are building it, not Yunuziy. There would be sparks everywhere. Actually, he's pretty knowledgeable, so I'd trust what he's saying. He's talking about PCs. He's pretty good with them. So, and like I said earlier in the stream, he pretty much put this one together. He just, hey Ben, I want this one, this part, this part, this part, and then I just threw ideas, you know, along with him. So, kind of came together really nicely. So he kind of knows what he's talking about. Maybe that's dangerous, though. Okay, so next is the mounting thumb screw for Intel LGA 1200, 1700, and AMD socket AM4. But it says, it doesn't specify which ones are which is kind of crazy, because there's like two different types. But it's definitely these ones, though. I know that because of the height difference with the LGA 20 plus. And did we have anything else that we had to put in there? Nope. Pretty easy. I just wanted to confirm I had the right parts. Like 3 different types here. Last thing I want to do is put this together and have to take this apart because I didn't read the instructions to confirm the size. This isn't a cooler that I build with a lot because of the price tag. So now that we have the studs in, we can finish screwing that down and tightening it up. What's up, everyone? Jared? What's going on? At Street, LMAO, CPU cord. What'd you do with the CPU cord? I guess this is maybe something from the past that I'm not aware of. Actually, I want to make sure all the studs are there. They are. Good. That's good, yeah. All right. Kind of looks cool. There we go. Motherboard's in there. Now we just got to tighten this bad boy down so it doesn't go anywhere. You know, when Kevin gets sweaty, starts shaking in the desk. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that. I don't think I've ever seen Kevin, like, frustrated on any of his streams. He gets mad at my low kill games. Oh. Nah. He's not mad. He's just passionate. Well, the good news is the motherboard fits. I'm just kidding. We all knew it would fit, right? We got 9 screws here. We're just going to throw some screws at the board and call it a day, and hopefully it sticks. While I'm here, I'm just going to slap this bad boy on there. Maybe. Not going to be able to do that because I actually have to take one of these out. I'm like, ah, this is weird. Needs to go down one. But so far, building in this case is a pleasure. It is very well thought. If you're thinking about building in this case, as of right now, the first time for me building in it, physically, I've actually done one of these before, technically. It was like half done. Because it was brought to me half done. They're like, oh, I don't know what's going on. And so I finished it for them. So technically I've already done one, but officially, first time I'm actually really building one. So, from start to finish. But so far, I mean, it's a really good experience. Don't mind it at all. These new fish tank cases are nice. I love it. You want me to fill it with mineral oil? The problem with that is that we'd have to actually seal up all the vents. Then we could fill it, but that's probably not a good idea. There's actually computers out there. Oh my god, that would be crazy. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. Cancel, abort, 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 abort! I gotta finish putting screws in. Like, where am I at? It's been such a crazy day today. Yeah, get some mineral oil and get some fishes that live in mineral oil or something. Have them swim around in your tank. Pump into the graphics card every now and then. Alright, well, that'll pretty much do it for the board. That's in. Next thing I'm going to do is start sending some of these cables through for the case. We got a power connection here, front panel. That's going to come up through here. And we've got a USB 3.0 connection. think I'm going to slide this one here. And then a USB-C connection. Front panel USB-C. Slide that one through there. And then our HD audio. Front panel HD audio. Down there. And then lay this back down. And we just plug all the cables in. USB-C goes to USB-C. And I might, just to follow suit, swap this out. Up there. I don't like... I mean, it'll be behind the graphics card. So that's already up there. Eh. I don't like those pins exposed. We're going to change it. It'll look cool. More cool. It'll look better cool. We're getting jazzy up in here. Then our HD audio down at the bottom. Only. Okay, the RGB cables will be coming soon. Or I guess the Leon Lee cables. Right, those have hubs. Pretty sure. You want to be careful with these cables though. PCIe cables, they get damaged easily. Kev, are you drilling yet? He's been drilling since the minute this stream started. You gonna put Chinese fighting fish? Oh yeah, throw one in there and see which one wins. Chinese fighting fish in here would be kind of like one of those battle bot arenas where, you know, stuff, saws are happening. One runs into the graphics card fan and goes, gets... Sorry, that's a terrible thought. I mean, but they do kill each other, so. The whole one. Whole one. Dude. Alright, so I hope that panel comes out. Bruh. How does that come off? It comes off, right? Yes. And that does come off. Thank goodness. We're getting into the cooler area / fans. So but this whole bracket comes off right here. This whole bracket that holds the radiator, which is cool because we need it to. Or I'd have to take the motherboard back out. I think they used a little bit too many screws for this though. 6 is a little overkill. Leon Lee, for example, only uses 1 for their brackets. Sometimes 2. But we're taking that out for a reason. Next up, this badass cooler that we're going to throw in here. I hope it fits. Here, let me just smash my camera. Yeah. This is one section of oh shit moments I don't ever appreciate. We're gonna have to modify the case slightly to fit this cooler. I'll show you it here. The problem we're having currently, and I'm glad I'm kind of measuring this out, that I didn't really think of, but there's a little piece of metal here. Even though this is cut out, right here, it's cut out, which shows in the photos. This little cutout here doesn't go all the way through. They have this piece of metal here. We're gonna actually have to cut that, because the cooler hits it and doesn't go in. So that's strike number one for whoever created this case and decided to put that there. Take the time to cut out this portion of the case, but hey, let's put an angled piece of metal there. That was kind of a dumb move. Like, seriously? You see it? Let's cut this corner out, but let's put that angle there. We're gonna have to cut that. I don't know how I want to approach this, really. Honestly. Measure it up. Strike one. So I guess if you're ever building in this case and you buy this cooler, be prepared for this type of... Be prepared for this. I'm gonna see if maybe I can work it in there. It's not. There's just no way. Not cutting it. All right, guys, we're gonna have to take a break here. I'm gonna have to cut it. We're gonna be doing some case modifications. There you go. 50s, everyone. So I just gotta make a cut here. It's probably going to lose some of the structural portion of the case. And I think I'm going to want to remove this glass if I'm cutting the vibrations. What are you doing? This is going to be an interesting adventure, guys. I'm either going to botch it and make it really bad, or it's going to turn out perfect. We only have one of these cases here, so... For now, I'm just trying to get this glass out. Can't imagine how else it's held in here. You gotta be kidding me. That's a pain in the ass. Alright. Well, removing that glass is a pain in the ass. For awareness. But I mean, I have it disconnected from the part that I'm cutting, so I should be able to push it out of the way. Things don't go as planned, part one. But on a serious note, that is stupid. Stupid. Uh-huh. Got the glass off, so that's at least good. So what we're gonna do is cut, and I will be right back. Hopefully with a better product. So we're just gonna cut this to square it up with what we have here. And that's all we can do. that's all I can do to go forward. So in the meantime, you can stare at his graphics card. That, whatever you guys got to do. But I'll be right back. Let's hope that's enough. A little better. I just want to make sure it can go deep enough. I think it will. Almost perfect. I just have 2 more cuts to make. But it actually almost is flush. Like, if we had to, we could probably make this work. In fact, I can if I bend it just a little bit. And don't worry, Kev, you won't see any of this because it's going to be all behind the radiator. This is not anything you should be able to see. I think we're good. I think we got it. We're gonna make this work. So the other option we could have done was put the radiator on the bottom and put the fans on the top, but you would lose out on all the RGB. We ain't trying to contact you about your case's extended warranty. We are not trying to contact you. Hey, talk to text is a beautiful thing. Be back at 30ish. Emergency beer run. Totally understood, sir. Escaped the problems that we were having here, so we're in good shape. We're back on track. We just had to make a couple of modifications to the case to make it work. Though I disagree with the fact that anybody should ever have to do that. That is just a unfortunate design by flaw, by height. Maybe I should have left that in there. These are daisy chain fans, which are really cool. Where's my screws? That's it, huh? Actually, don't need those ones. Those are a little bit much. That's definitely a note for any of the designers over at Height. Don't do something stupid like that. I mean, not all radiators or AIOs have the same design. A lot of them don't have that extra chunk of metal here, but it's designed to look good, mostly for aesthetics, I believe. Which kind of screwed us a little bit. But I can't fully blame Height, because most AIOs don't have that feature. But at the same time, if you're going to go through the effort and make a cutout at the top, you may as well take it all the way through, because it looks misleading. That's actually what I used to judge if this AIO is going to actually fit here or not. And then as soon as I took that top off and saw that, I was like, oh shit, there's going to be a problem. We have slight the problem. Forgot about the peels. Slight problem. New slight problem. Not perfect. Not a very I mean, like, it fits and we could just duct tape it and call it a day, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to get this a little tighter so it fits right better. I don't like how it currently fits. Still not happy. Are those magnetic connections for the fans? Out yet? No, they're not. I think like a couple of, I mean, not universally, but I think a couple of the manufacturers have them. They look pretty sick. Yeah. I don't think it's like a universal thing yet, so ones that daisy chain magnetically. Definitely a cool concept though. Except for the fact that if it magnetically attaches itself to the case, it might be a problem. All right, let's try again. See if it fits. Take 581. Does the cooler fit in the case? Oh, it's so close. Go, Crouch. I'm going to try to make this work. Oh, we made it work. It's a tight fit though, but we made it work. Woo! There we go. That'll be covered up by glass, don't worry. And or I will come back with touch-up paint while we were cutting. It scraped some of the, chipped some of the paint off. So, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we managed to fit an EK, what is it, the Lux? EK Nucleus CR360 Lux DRGB inside this case. So if you haven't done it before, plan to cut that corner out. Oh no, LOL, you forgot a peel. I know. Thanks for calling that out while I was peeling it. I think so too. A lot more clean looking. Yes. This is magnetic stuff is a lot cleaner. Yes, I agree with you there. That's installed. Now we're gonna put on the bracket here, and then we'll mount this bad boy and move on to something else a little bit more fun. Also gonna wipe this thermal case off here. Actually, this thermal paste is really good stuff. Nice and clean. Not that you can see because of the reflection. And we have this nice little bracket that has to go on here, like so. But we need the screws to do that. There we go. Now we need some thermal paste. We're going to use the fresh tube. Nothing but the best for you. Okay. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Oh, shoot. Forgot these thumb nuts. These thumb nuts. Spring-loaded. Spring-loaded thumb nuts. You got little springs I got to put on the studs. Then put your nuts on the studs. Thumb nuts. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Spring-loaded thumb nuts. Get yours today. Alright, so this has been an exciting build so far. We've had to actually cut the case to fit this cooler. Hope you're okay with that, Kev. Kind of like act now, ask permission later, or forgiveness. So, I think somebody asked me a question earlier about, is the graphics card going to fit in this case? I'm really hoping so, because I really don't feel like cutting the glass. Happy with that? All right. Off to a wonderful start, right? There we go. Don't worry, the EK logo can move. I think this actually pops right off completely. I should be able to spin it around, if I remember correctly. But I will work on that later. It pops off somehow. It's the plastic peel on there that's holding it, what it is. And I really don't want to take this peel off until I'm done, because it's really shiny. I want to get fingerprints on it. So, plastic peel is actually holding it together. But there we go. We got a cooler. We got the CPU, motherboard, RAM, SSD, all that done. I guess we'll move on to fans, trimmers, cables, power supply, and GPU. Sound like a plan? Yeah. So we're going to do two fans right here. These are 120 millimeter. Leon Lee, Uni fan, AL120s. Oh shit, that's hot! No, he's saying it's hot. Family was worried that I just burnt myself or something. So these fans are a little unique, and the way they will mount is a little unique. I don't know if we're going to be able to stack them right there the way we want to, because normally these fans daisy chain to each other. They go click, click, then you put them in as one. I think we kind of want this slightly separated. I want them the other way. Don't be stupid. I think I like it. It'll work. I just want to make sure it's going to fit. So. Then they connect like that, and they're just one fan at that point. Then you have one cable coming off of them. You go to a little hub thing. Which is this bad boy. And then that plugs into either your addressable RGB hub or connection, or you can use the USB to use the L connect. And because we have the streamers, I'm going to try and get this on a USB channel or connection, so you can use the L connect software. So that's our hub. Plug that bad boy into there. And that's how that works. I just need one of these guys. Which is unfortunately facing the wrong way. Don't appreciate that. I guess I could flip it around to the top. Better that way. Looks sick. Starting to look like a gaming PC. Minus me having to hack the top of the case off. Be right back, driving again. Dude, sit down, take a break, drink. Enjoy your PC build. Whoever's telling you to drive around and get beer, tell them, bruh, my PC's being built, man. I gotta watch this shit. Plus, you probably have your... Never mind, I shouldn't say that. Wasn't gonna say anything about pants. So that means I get to cut more of the case off, because every time Kev leaves, I can make executive decisions then, right? So I'm thinking about this. The graphics card is going to be like poking out to like here. Maybe we want to slide this up a little bit. Right there. Trying to center it up to make it as symmetrical as possible. Would have been cooler if we got 140s in here, but they don't have 140s easily accessible. They're as cool as these fans, and these 120s are going to do just fine. There we go. Couple of fans. Yeah. And we're also going to try to squeeze one up in here. One thing I didn't really think of is the EPS cables coming up in there. That'll be a tight fit. Little tight fit there. A little bit of a freaking tight fit. Oh well. That'll be fine. That will be fun. I'm trying to cram my fingers up in there. Are the fans exhaust flow, or you have it directional to your preference? So right now, the idea of this case, and that's actually a really good question, sir. Creepies. This case specifically is very much so like a Leon Lee 011 Dynamic. So it's very important to have these side fans as intake, unless you're trying to put a radiator there. So this is intake, and then we actually have two fans on the bottom that we're going to be installing. That's going to be intake as well. The top corner, I'm going to make this exhaust. Let me lay this back down. So this will be exhaust here, and then all three of these fans on the top, which is your CPU radiator as well, is all exhaust. All the fresh air is coming into the case and then being drawn to the top and the back of the case, which is going to help the airflow come in and up and out. So it's going to be, it's very good. It's actually very good airflow. And even this cut glass here, or this angled glass, helps the airflow circulate in the case way more effectively than if it was just an edge. If it was an edge, it's just running up to a wall, whereas it's curved. It's actually pushing the airflow right to your graphics card, which is going to be vertically mounted. So you have cool air coming underneath here, blowing right up into the fins of your graphics card, and then you have all this cool air coming in here, and then all the air is being expelled, and any cool air coming from the top fans up here are just getting shoved right through your radiator. So it's really good design. But it is important to make sure you have your fans, in this case, the right direction. Any case really, but in this case, it's very important to have your intake here and your intake here on the bottom. So that's a very good question. Case is a little bit cramped when it comes to the what do you want to call it? The top here is a little bit cramped, so I wish they made it a little bit taller, and then that corner cutout is dumb. That's just straight up stupidity. I'm a little concerned that, now that I cut that piece, that the structure of the case is going to be a little less than what it was. With the glass, it'll be fine, but with shipping, I'm going to have to really pack the shit out of it. Really what it comes down to. There we go. That's pretty badass. Alright, and then for the bottom, I'm just going to flip this upside down. Hopefully it doesn't collapse on itself now that we cut it. I'm just kidding. And then we are partially not kidding. I'm just kidding. And then we're going to get 2 more of these fans out of this box and put 2 fans here. And then this is going to be intake as well. So we want to make sure it's set up for intake, which is drawing air in. This is why you don't put your PC on carpet, ladies and gentlemen, because that will suffocate that portion of it. Because it sinks in the carpet, and then it suffocates the ventilation. Retro gamer time. Very, very nice. Thanks for the info. Looking great so far. Coming together. Outside of you know, having to hack front of the case and fit the radiator, but that's why we do it. I will send some pictures and out to Height about that experience, because that kind of sucked. And it's just kind of stupid that they cut it out partially, not all the way through. It doesn't make sense to do that. So I'm just going to send them a little bit of advice. Hey guys, don't do that. So if they ever do a version 2 of this case, maybe they'll keep that feedback for version 2. It's also kind of difficult to feed these screws that came with the case into thread. Hard to find the threads. Not perfect. Like this situation right here, I can't see what I'm doing. I can't feel the thread, but I know it's somewhere right there. I got it. And then I'm just going to put a couple here just to hold them for vibration's sake. Actually, I'm going to put all 4 of them in. Hopefully that helps cut down on vibrations sound. There we go. Now we have our fans in place. Guess we could tackle these cables coming off the AIO block. You gotta do what you gotta do. I know the feeling when working with aftermarket parts on trucks and cars. Yeah, dude, you gotta cut, you gotta make things fit. You gotta be a little dynamic with this stuff sometimes. It's never perfect. Never been perfect. Almost perfect. Gotten a lot better, actually, over the years. gotten way better than what it was. And it's bent. I didn't bend it. Maybe I did. The other concern, which I was mentioning before, is how tight it is up here. The fact that so tight, I'm actually concerned of these cables getting sucked up into these power support or these fans. So I'm going to probably zip tie the crap out of these cables because I don't want them getting sucked up into the. I'm gonna need a bag of zip ties. If you're going to take the time to zip tie this stuff, you may as well make it look halfway decent. There we go. Got it plugged in. That's nice and pretty. I think there's a fan connection here somewhere for. Well, not a fan connection, but a pump. Not a pump. Blah! Yeah, fan connection. Jesus. Nice. Where it's at, I don't know. Uh-oh. Yeah. 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 Did somebody come over here and steal something from my desk? It must be crazy. Right? There's a little connection for the fan. CPU fans that plug in. Maybe I plugged it in already. I'm just a dumbass. I did! I'm just a dumbass. Anyway. Hey there, dumbass. Yeah. All right, so here's our CPU fans. This is important to also make sure you plug into the CPU fan header, especially on an Asus board, because if you don't, you're going to get a CPU fan error as soon as you boot it up. It doesn't like to let you get past the BIOS without something plugged into the fan header. You have to actually tell it to ignore that error in some cases. This is why I didn't really want to plug this thing in yet, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Or why I wanted to take it out originally. And I have to awkwardly try to plug these cables in down here. There we go. And it is kind of awkward. I'm going to plug these addressable RGB fans for the hub, the Lian Li hub, both into the USB as well as the addressable, or USB port and the addressable RGB. Simply because, damn, it's looking nice! Yes, sir, it's coming along. A little bit slow, so I'm sorry it's not as exciting as, you know, watching you game. Because nothing's perfect here. I'm making it perfect. Trying to. But I'm plugging both of these in so you can run. And this is something you guys should think of if you're using these Lian Li fans. But if you have the hub, you have two options to run it. Option one is to run it through the RGB through the motherboard, controlled through the motherboard. And option two would be to run it through the L-Connect software. Now, in order to run it through the L-Connect software, you have to plug it into the USB port. In order to control it by the motherboard software, you have to actually plug it into the motherboard 3-pin addressable RGB header. So, if you are working with these fans, make sure you decide which way you want to go, or go both ways, which is what I'm doing for you, Kevin. You can decide how you want to run. Get the software instead of having to deal with all these connections like I am right now. Be available both ways. This PC swings both ways for you. Still slightly concerned about those EPS cables up there at the top, though. That is going to be a pain in the butt. In fact, we may not be able to use those sleeved cables because of that problem. How tight it is up there. Sleeved cables may not be possible. Come on. This is a tight fit too, back here, down here. This is that PCIe connection. But there we go. We got the Lian Li hub plugged into the motherboard. Yay! Yay! It is. Can't wait to see this thing post I know. It'll be quite the moment. Very toasty. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so talking about those cables, I think we're actually ready to get these trimmers and these EPS cables in here. Let's do that. I can't quite hear you. There's a lot of static. I'm hoping we can get these to bend nicely so that they're not rubbing up on the fans. But if they're rubbing up on the fans, we may have to go with the straight power supply cables, because I do not want these rubbing. No rubbing allowed. Gosh, it's a tight fit. This is probably something we should have put in here before we put the radiator in, but there's no way in hell I'm taking this radiator out. Do not want to do that, Sam. I am. Pretty colors. Yeah. They just don't behave well. I just know he mentioned he liked blue. I'm gonna try to get these in here. I'm gonna try my darnest. Get these in here. The clearance is so bad. Not a fan of it. clearance is not the greatest, but it's working. This song is going to make me pee. What? Oh, because it's dripping. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I understand. Moving on to the streamers. Streamers. Also a Leon Lee product. These are a lot easier to install. Literally, you just slide it in there and plug it in. You might have to fight with it a little bit. Maybe a little tight. Gonna make sure that it slid in all the way. There we go. Ready to purr. The water drips. Yeah, I caught on. I was like, song's gonna make him need to pee. I'm like, jazz makes him kind of need to pee. That's kind of what it was. It was kind of like a jazzy song, and I'm like, oh wait a second, they're stripping. That makes sense. Dang it. Just thought of this, but this actually needs to go into another header. Do it right. Gotta have it on another header, another addressable RGB header. So I'm just getting the hub ready here for the Leon Lee streamers. And I forgot about the hub little thingy-bopper thing that it has to connect to, which we have a little splitter for. And I'm just going to put that at the top. Call it a day. Here with the CPU fans. Or actually not the fans, but the block. But that's alright. Caring is caring. Another USB header for the strimmers. And then we flip this bad boy over and have all this crap in here. Plug in. We'll deal with this when we deal with this. You want to find that RGB that plugged in. There we go. So, I guess now we can probably pull that graphics card out and plug that in. Pretty sure it won't go anywhere if we have it mounted. Pretty heavy. That way we could get the power cord routed. Yeah, let's do that. And then the power supply will be the last thing, along with cable management, and then we'll fire this bad boy up. We're at 2 hours 21 minutes. We're actually making really good time with all things considered. Let me break the seal of this RTX 4090. It's probably the biggest 4090 I've worked with is the ROG Strix. Oh, it smells like a new card. Oh my gosh. It's so heavy. So heavy. Kev, the card is so big. It's so big. I have no idea where that screw went. That kind of sucks. We'll need to find and confirm not touching something you shouldn't be. Amazing that it just disappeared. Okay then. Apparently screws just get eaten here. Unless it went underneath one of those heat sinks and got wedged. Do not see. That sucks. Oh my god. Keep your pants on. Definitely going to be shipping this separately. Not installed. More peels, though. Actually, gonna peel the bottom first. Back. Maybe. You'd think I'd have a lot more practice with peels than I do. I just suck at it. Straight up. Going to admit it. I suck at peels. And don't forget your fans. You got peels on your fans. Hey, Beauty. Beauty Susie, what's up? Thanks for joining us and following. Eric Jones over on Facebook a little while ago. Thank you for that like. Never very good at keeping track of that stuff. All right, so there we go. Peels are off. I think that's all of them. And it's pretty heavy. I'm going to stand this case up to actually do the installation. I just don't want the... I don't want to put the card in kind of funny. But I think the big question is does it fit? I mean, if it fits, it ships, right? Isn't that the rule? Not a big fan of how close it is to the glass. It's actually flexing the case from the weight. This bad boy's heavy. Get our screws in. That'll help it. Maybe I should be installing this last. Are you guys ready to see this? Hey, look, it fits! Downside is there is low clearance here. Plus side is we have airflow coming up from the bottom here and rotating around the glass right into the card. If it was any other case, I would not be putting this in a vertical mount. At least this close to the glass. Looks so good. Oh yeah. It's delicious. Basically, Kevin, you cannot fit anything bigger in this case. This is maxed out. We took everything and took the biggest of the biggest and slapped it in this case. We are testing its size. All right, so there we go. The last thing we got to do is get this power supply cable. Actually, I forgot about that, so let me lay this back down. But we got to get the power supply cable plugged in. Wish I could have gotten this in blue, because it would have looked sexy. Or if they had streamers for these, would have looked sexy. Ha ha! So instead we have braided black to replace the ugly stock cable, which is this ugly piece of shit. That's only 2 inches long. Nobody likes 2 inches. You can also get a power supply nowadays. A little bit easier. It supports the PCIe Gen 5. That's also an option. I probably should have came through the back door. Probably should have came through the back door. Get this plugged in. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to back door it. Okay, there we go. That's smart. Good, smart boy, yes. There we are. That cable you could barely notice, but a lot nicer than that stock cable. Way better. I'm gonna have to zip tie the crap out of those cables. Those UPS cables at the top. All right. Hopefully we don't hear a thump and the card falls off. That would just be fabulous. But it's power supply time and cable management. Any last connections that we have to do, such as these fans, we still have to plug some of those in. Those aren't done yet. They need to be plugged into the hubs. But I'm going to try to tackle some of these cables here and try to get these cleaned up the best I can. Make it as clean as possible here. Alright, shags your time. Like how that one's turning out. Undo that cable again. Redo that cable. I don't like how it was turning out. Much better. All of these are going up. You just need to be moved over here. Yep. These are going down and over. And I have a power supply for this one too. My power cable for that one. Where's my power cable for that one? There's a hub power cable missing. It just gone down, disappeared on me. Now you all come back now. Found it. Just never plugged this thing in. But I want that zip tied in this line so it looks pretty. Damn it, my cables look pretty. Ladies and gentlemen, cable management. Oh, take notes, Kev. Cable management. Hey guys, cable management is extremely important, okay? So you keep a system nice and clean, organized. That's the way. I like it. So how about them Tigers? Anybody a Detroit fan? 'Cause I'm not. Not anymore. They've been so bad lately. Yes, don't worry. You'll see when I send out the SOS before sending off this PC. Same with my Activision name. What does that mean? Daco talking. By the way, there's somebody on Kick with Daco's name running around. I'm pretty sure it's a fake profile. Right, Scotty? Pretty sure it's a fake profile. Came into Scotty's stream last night and was talking shit. That was quite interesting. Ben's the Beat PC Builder. North America. Yeah. I'm the best. I'm just gonna put letters in there for you. Say I'm the best PC builder in North America. Although I can't quite say I'm the best in all of North America. Throwing Twitch out the window. Oh yeah. Yo, I'm throwing Twitch out the window. All good, man. All good. Slowly, inch by inch, with these cables, we're taming them, but still not perfect. Still not happy with the results yet. I think I'm going to try to get this hub right here. Not sure yet. Not sure on that. I'm going to have to think about this portion of cables. It's kind of funky how everything's coming together here. Case. I might leave this for now. I'm going to come back to this probably after the stream and play around with it. When you get into a situation like this where you have a bunch of untamed cables, the best way to do this is to basically zip tie every cable to get it clean and where you want it. But I kind of have an idea of how I want it laid out, so now I can work with that. But I will probably do that off stream because it's probably going to take me 35-45 minutes plus just doing some of this, and I know you guys are excited to see it plugged in, so I'll clean that up afterwards. It's just going to take a lot of extra time trying to clean that up because the cables are very, very messy. Hey, now you get to see what we deal with sometimes, which is racist. I don't blame you. So, that being said, we are moving on to power supply. You get to plug power supply in. Okay. Then we plug computer in and we fire it up. We see if I broke it or not. Also, I still have that missing screw in here somewhere. Didn't think of that. This is a Seasonic 1000 watt modular power supply. It is 80 plus gold rated. It's a very fancy power supply. Comes with a 12-year warranty, so that is Seasonic backing their product for 12 years. That's how quality is and meant to be. So that's one way you could tell it's a quality power supply, is how long the warranty is. Because if it wasn't a long warranty, then it's probably not a quality power supply. I'd say at least 5 years is a quality power supply. That would be manufacturer backing their product for 5 years or 5+ years. That's a sign of a good product. Hey, now you get to Kevin, welcome to the dark side. I mean, are we going to what are you guys doing over there? Talking about the dark side and then all sorts of crazy shit over there. Kind of worried. Hey Kevin, there's peels on your power supply too, by the way. I just suck at peeling peels. Oh, wait. One more here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this one. Focus. This is actually the Prime series, not the Focus series. Got it. Oh, yeah. That one's for you, Kev. Yes, peel for me. I was trying, okay? It wasn't as probably, you know, it's like if I was a stripper, it would be, I'd be probably a bad rated stripper. You know, the one that nobody hangs out with. Okay, so we got all 4 of our PCIe connections for our power cord to the GPU because it's going to require 4 PCIe connections. Now I just need 2 CPUs and a motherboard and a SATA. I'm going to throw the rest of these cables in a box. Top tier $100 bills only. Yes. Almost there. Wrist ties! Okay. One SATA cable to rule them all. Unless you want separate SATA cables for your RGB hubs. They're in the same spot, though. Okay, very important. Oh, wait. One more peel. Probably the most important peel. This one could have got sucked up into the fan. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. So very important. When you are building in these cases or Leon Lee cases, it is very important to make sure you put your power supply fan the right direction. So this one is facing out, so it can ventilate. Same with the 011 dynamic cases, pretty much the same thing. I got a question. What's better? An RX 580 or an 8 GB or a 1660 Super? Ooh. I think the 1660 Super's got a slight edge on the RX 580. And that's because the RX 580 is available in GDDR5 only. Whereas the 1660 Super, you could get it with the GDDR6, which is a little bit higher bandwidth memory. So I would go with the 1660 Super if you put it on paper. Probably going to beat the RX 580. But close. Very close. And 4 screws to mount this power supply and hold it in place so it doesn't go anywhere. And hopefully won't move from this spot for 12 years because that's what the manufacturer says it can run. And it supports it for 12 years. Very impressive. Very impressive, yeah? Alright, so again, I'm going to probably come back here and do some more cleanup on these cables. But for the sake of the stream at this point, because we're what, 3-ish hours in? I'm actually very, very hungry. Hungry to see this thing power on. So you will see that these cables are not managed at this time. I will be going back and cleaning these up. Make it look pretty for you, Kevin, don't you worry. As long as it makes sense. That way you can take the back panel off and look at the back door all you want. It's going to look nice and pretty. Alright, and then our 2 SATA connections. Look at how nice and neat I had these. I had these just sitting right there perfectly ready to go for the power supply. Look at that. Like I knew what I was doing. Again, temporary. Alright. Oh. Look who decided to show up. The screw. I knew he was in there. He was just lodged somewhere. Alright, so I'm going to put this glass back on the front and the angle. Just so you guys can see it. What it looks like. I'm not going to put the side panel glass on. Because too much reflection there from the light. Cameras don't like it. Not until I get better cameras anyway. You know what? Before I put this one on, I have to actually put the angled one on. So if you ever have to take this off, Kev, there's 2 screws at the bottom here, and there's 2 screws at the top. Also proof that the glass fits with the big graphics card. Kind of an awkward angle to try to get a screwdriver in here, though. Wish this would have been pressured balls. Kind of like the front glass panel. That would have been nice.
Hello?
Hello! What are you doing? Okay. There we go. Nothing to it. This is our pressured balls panel. Okay. We're so close. So very close. Hi and bye. Post. Ben's got some crazy deal on his site. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention. I'm just trying to get this wrapped up so you guys can see what's going on. Did I send a link of the gaming PC on Amazon? And can you tell me if it's a steal? Yes. Feel free to send that over. You can hit me up on any of my social medias or send it to support at empowergamingpcs.com. Okay. Oh, she's a wee beastly thing. I really hope this works. All right, let me clean this up real quick so that the camera doesn't have any shit in front of it. Like, you know, a starving man that came whipping through here and just whirlwind all the way through all this shit and made a big mess eating. Kind of what it looks like right here at this desk right now. There we go. All right, we're plugging her in. Really, really close. We're plugging it in. I just had to clean up some of that shit out of my way, so it wasn't in the way. Hopefully I don't accidentally push the power button and ruin the moment. Oops. Now keep in mind this is DDR5, so there's going to be a little bit of time for training, which is 100% expected. So let's go ahead and switch the view here. We've been in top-down pretty much the whole time. It's because it's kind of a big PC. Oh boy. He's already glowing. Damn you on Inst. Oh, you DM'd? Okay. I was like, damned me on Inst. Okay, DM'd. Ben's got some crazy deals. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, who wants to see this PC post? For those of you who don't know, post, power on self-test. It's what the motherboard or the computer does every time it turns on. It powers on and then it tests the primary components, which is the CPU, the RAM, the motherboard, and graphics, whether it's a graphics card or onboard video. And as long as all those features are there on the PC, it will do what we call post. And that means it's ready for Windows. Let's fucking go. All right, I got the word from the man. Oh shit. Now, if you could see the view that I see from here, I'm so glad we went with RGB fans at the bottom, dude. It looks sick with the lighting coming from the basement, from the front. No video signal. What are you talking about? Sick! Whoa! Holy crap! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a post. I was just messing. Yeah, very funny. So we got a notification about the new CPU being installed, so it's saying, hey, I'm a new CPU. My name's i9-13900K. Nice to meet you, ROG Strict 790. Congrats, Kevin. We built a successful PC. Now we just got to get it to you. Well, we got to finish it up, run it through BIOS updates, all the fun stuff that we do to it on the backside. Finish up the cable management. It wasn't perfect. And then also Windows, drivers, updates, test it, package it up, send it. This one's going to get a little bit of extra TLC for you, okay? But I am going to pack the crap out of this thing because we cut into the structure of the case. so nothing collapses. And the card is going to be shipped outside. So it's not going to be I may package it up in phone and put it in the PC. That might work. But it is pretty tight, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Might be a separate box. Just to make sure it gets there safely. Damn, Kevin. Good shit, brother. What's up? Kevin's beast. That's what's up. Can we zoom in on that? So, total time was about 3 hours, 7 minutes. Or about 3 hours-ish. Build it. Not bad at all. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, I tell you. Just look at that. Look at that CPU. Which, by the way, I forgot to peel that. So that'll be peeled. But look at that CPU cooler, man. And it'll rotate. So I'll get the logo facing the right way up. You like those fans, though? I really wish you could see, like, the bottom of this. Let me see if I can get you guys a view of the bottom or the front. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. Might have to zoom out here. And it looks a little foggy, and that's because there's still that protector on the glass, the peel on the glass. I don't know how well you can see it. But you see those RGB fans down below on the bottom there? Oh my god. Just the little details with the RGB down there. It just brings that that design on the case out. So if you're facing the front of the PC, you can definitely see it. And on the back side, you can also see it. That's why I went with RGB fans down there. This is just sick. It's so heavy, it's actually shaking my entire desk, which that camera that was bouncing is actually on a separate desk. It's just shaking my whole desk. It's a pretty sturdy desk, too. It's not like... Pretty? You like it? We're going to put together a signature build for Yunuziy, Kevin. So then you can always go back in there, and if anybody wants to purchase this build out that Kevin rocks, we'll have that on our website. Exact. So I guess, Kev, we'll have to do something unique to your PC. Make it special. Nice. The Yunuziy monster. Yunuziy monster? Das is good, yeah? We love special. This is special build. Special. Those fans do pop, though. So does that cable. Well, right on, guys. I'm gonna probably call it here. You guys can hang out and chat, whatever you want to do. I'll leave the stream up for a bit. That way, anybody that was watching earlier and hasn't checked in yet has a chance or an opportunity to just check it and check it out. Overall, it's a great build. I'll take some photos of it, post it on Twitter as well. But I'm going to be moving on here. I'm going to grab some dinner. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Ooh, dinner. And I do have some special stuff for you, Kevin, that will be included with the PC. So, great build, awesome work, Ben. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And thanks for hanging out. Yo, thank you for everything. Empower fam. Yeah, let's go. Let's get empowered. I hope you feel empowered. Let's get this to you and then complete the full process of Empoweree. Congrats, bro. It looks awesome. Can't wait to see it on the stream, man. For sure. I don't know how. I don't know. It's pretty badass, though. I really like it. I like how it turned out. The case was a little bit of a challenge to work around, but with the radiator on the top, but overall it turned out great. So I'm happy we went through the steps in the process of making it fit correctly. So turned out great. And you can't even see it, any of the stuff we did, so very unnoticeable. But I will probably take a snippet of this video and send it over to Height, just to let them know that that was a dumb thing. That they cut it out on the top, but the actual depth isn't cut out. It's kind of weird and dumb. And then I'll show them what I did. Ha! I fixed it. Master Builder. It's more of my years of solutions engineering, where in the IT world, basically that's been my career, is a solutions engineer. So people come to me with IT problems, and then I produce solutions. That's all I do. Hey, here's a problem, and then and then I whip out a solution. So cool. Manage them cables. I will. Don't worry. They will be managed. I just wanted to get you guys through here, and I'm starving. So the hunger got to me. I'll take a picture of the cables and throw it up there for you, if that satisfies. So follow the Twitter if you want to see the end results. And I'm sure Kev will probably be posting all sorts of pictures of it when he gets it. Thank you. Have a great night. Get some food. Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure building this. So thank you, Kevin, for giving me the opportunity. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody that's hung out with us today. Have a good night, everybody. See you on the next stream. The next stream is actually going to be another cool one. So hit that follow if you want to see another cool PC with a lot of cool customizations to it. Have a good night, guys.